Sharon, you started your career as a news anchor for Chinese television.
Yes.
Could you tell us more about it?
Well, it's actually, it should be like 10 years ago. After I graduated from the university, and I first worked in the South China Morning Post for 3 years, and then I joined the TV. It's a very good experience in TV, and because when I was working in cable TV, I specialized in politics, the China politics. So I have a chance to travel with the state leaders to go overseas. President Jiang Zemin, President Hu Jintao. It's a very good experience because I travel around the world, the US, Europe, Africa, and Moscow. There's many places that I have never imagined that I would go. So it's a very good experience as a TV journalist. As a TV journalist, I definitely you will understand that is the instant response. The instant response must be very good because when the things happen that you cannot edit, right? And then especially when we have a lot of things on live, so that you cannot edit. So that your instant response is very, very important. That's why I say being a TV journalist is very exciting.
Yeah, it sounds like a celebrity, and you are flourishing as a TV journalist. Why did you come to Oxford as a Reuters fellow 10 years ago?
Yeah, 10 years ago. As I said, TV journalist's life is very exciting because it's very fast. I'm working for it. My TV, cable TV is 24 news channels. So we compete for every single minute. In the other words, it's a big pressure. After you have been working for 8 years, I'm really very stressed out, very, very tired.
You need to be charged up.
Yeah, I need, because what I learned from the university is not enough for me to meet with the daily challenges, to handle the daily challenges. So I really need a break to refresh myself, learn something new, meeting new people, and open my eyes. Of course, even as a journalist, my knowledge, I believe, is more than the other people because I have the chance to travel overseas. But it's different. I need some time to settle down and really my mind to calm down and then to think about what I'm doing now and what should be done in the future. So I think that's a very lucky. I got a scholarship from the British Council, from the Chevening Scholarship, and then I spent a year in Oxford in the Reuters Institute. And by that time, I really meet a lot of journalists from all over the world, from Africa, from Ukraine, from Iran, very exciting countries like you from Korea. It's very, very challenging and it's very refreshing. To me, it's a very rewarding year because I really give me some time to settle down and then to sit down and think what should I do in the future.
I read about your article and you became Senior Vice President. What was your role as a Senior Vice President at the media company you worked for?
Yes, so my company is right after Oxford. I joined a media entertainment company, which is a very multinational one. We have a lot of business in China and also in Korea and also in Japan. As the Senior VP of the company, I mainly to help to formulate the business strategies for my company, and I also take care of the new media developments. It's actually talking about 8 years ago. New media development is still very slow by that time. YouTube is not very popular, but I started like 5 to 8 years ago. To me, it's a very big challenge, and also to my company, it's a big challenge because all the senior board members, they are over 50 years old. When they grow up, they have no ideas about internet. They have no ideas about YouTube. Of course, no idea about Facebook. So you have to convince them that it is going to be the trend. I really spend a lot of effort. But I also should thank Oxford because it's really Oxford's changed my mind because I take some lectures at Oxford Internet Institute. Oh, it really impressed me. So by that time, I know that new media will be the most powerful thing in the 21st century. So when I go back to Hong Kong and join this company, one of my mission is to convince the board, my company, my boss, to well use internet and new media strategies.
Okay, now you are a CEO. You are CEO of your own company.
Yeah.
Why did you set up your own media strategy and the political lobbying company?
Yeah, because as a journalist, I have very well connections with like the government, the political parties, and large corporations. When I was in my previous company, I also helping my boss, our group chairmen, to do a lot of government things and to deal with the political parties. So it is all my asset. So after serving 8 years in the company, I have been thinking whether I should stay for longer or I should try some new challenge. So my decision is that I decided to try something new. This is my character, but I'm a very loyal person. My previous job is before I come to Oxford, I served in cable TV for 7 years. And then in this media entertainment company, I served 8 years. So I'm a very loyal person, but I also want some challenge. So that's why I decided to move on and then to start my own business. Specialize in media strategy and also political lobbying.
Okay, what brought you to Oxford this time?
Oh yeah, first of all, I'm very excited to come again because early this year I set up a fellowship in Oxford. It is to sponsor one journalist every year to study in Oxford, to study in the Reuters Institute. Because 10 years ago when I come to Oxford, I got the scholarship from the chevening. I think I always remember that I should return. When you are more capable or when you are not really lack of money, and then you should return. That's always in my mind. And the second reason why I choose that time is because last year Hong Kong has a movement. It's a very large protest started by the students. It's actually all my friends, they are still journalists. At that time, they're really under big pressure. Very long hours working, 20 hours every day. Oh my God. And they last for a few months. And very stressful for them. It's not only about editorial work, but also it's involve like political judgment. So I really want to do something to support them, let them to have a break. Like, because I experienced this kind of life. My mind is so packed. You cannot think of anything. So I want to support them, to give them a break, to see the world, to calm yourself down, to sit down and think about your future. So I started a scholarship this year.
From one challenge to another, good luck with your adventure.
Thank you
very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Voices from Oxford.
Thank you so much.